Oh, excuse us. I was just puffing on my inhaler.
I just ripped the fattest bong hit.
I made a bong out of like a paper towel roll one time and like the core of an apple.
No, you did not.
Yeah, I did. What do you
You've
mean?
never been that in your life.
I'm a huge stoner. What are you talking about?
No, I'm not talking about you being a stoner. I'm talking about you being smart enough to come up with something like that.
Oh, you think that's funny, wise guy?
No, I just said it's true. It just happens to also be funny. To be completely honest, that was just me gargling some hot tea for two reasons. One, because I'm feeling a little ill. And two, because rip in peace to the queen. This is in honor of the queen. I'm drinking hot tea in 80-degree weather.
Wow, how thoughtful of you.
Well, I was one of her 1,000 or so lovers that she took on after her husband died. And, you know, we had really something special together.
Wait. Stop. Just hold on. Can you like cut this? Are you fucking serious? You cheated on me? With the queen? Like why did you think it was appropriate to like bring that up right now on the podcast?
Well, what did you think I was doing in London with my mom? We set an appointment for a royal threesome. Like,
oh fuck. I can't believe you've done this.
Do you think I'm stupid?
Okay.
Hold on. We have a lot of ground to cover.
There's multiple tangents.
I fucked the queen. My mom and I, took turns.
Yeah, tag teaming that old bitch. You gave her the Eiffel Tower London Bridge special.
What the fuck's the one thing where you are fucking your girl, from behind, like doggy style, and then you swap out with a friend without her knowing, and then you go outside and you wave to her from the window?
I almost did a spit take. Jesus Christ. It's so fucked up.
That's not my joke. I heard it from some other comedian's podcast, but I can't remember the fucking name of it.
You like waved to your girlfriend as she's getting raped? Like
no. I mean, yeah, there's obviously that implication to it. It's another one of those things where it's like clearly not a thing anyone has ever done.
Oh my God, of course. That
I'm aware of. But no, it's the idea that like either you astral projected or like your soul left your body while you were fucking your girlfriend and you're waving to her outside.
I was just picturing that happening. And I turn around and it's like, I don't know, one of Marco's friends or whatever. And I'm like, oh, you.
Not again.
The third time this week.
Dude, I would fucking pass away. No, okay. Going back to, I'm drinking hot tea because I'm feeling a little ill. My lymph nodes have been swollen. So I've been dealing with that all week. It's not fucking fun. I've just been forced to not do anything, which for me is very difficult because I miss my activities. But yeah, that's what I've been doing, nothing. But I think there may be some correlation with Jillian invited me out on Saturday night with Lindy, our number one fan and patron supporter.
Well, let's not get it twisted. We went out and then she showed up based off of our geotag locations. So,
well, yeah. When I say Jillian invited me with Lindy, Jillian invited me. I showed up and she pulled me aside and was like, okay, don't freak out, but Lindy's here and she's been following me around the bar, hiding behind stools and couches and people, and she thinks I can't see her, but I can, and I'm pretty sure she's wielding a shiv. So I'm gonna need you to call me an Uber right now. If you value your life, we need to get out of here. So it was a little jarring, but Jillian was very sweet, and the crisis was averted. Lindy just came up and she presented the shiv as a gift.
It was really thoughtful, actually. So we kind of just like let her hang out.
I mean, honestly, like it had this beautifully crocheted handle, and the shiv part was actually carved out of human bone, which is incredibly rare and difficult to find these days. But we took it as a token of her gratitude, and we allowed her to party with us. And Jillian, you were very sweet, and you treated me to maybe a half too many margaritas.
Well, I don't even think you had all of them because you kept spilling them bitches.
They just so happened to start slipping out of my hand for some reason.
So weird.
Like, I'm pretty sure I saw the bartender lube up the glasses beforehand. So, you can't pin that all on me, but they were amazing. They were very good. And I just so happened I like to dance when I go out.
I like to dance. I like to sing.
See, what I like to do is I like to put on my little tip tap and tap shoes and put on a show for the people. Tits out, crack exposed, and just shake what my mother bestowed upon me. And I had this guy come up to me and compliment me on my dancing, and he said it was impressive, which I can assure you all it was not. Everyone there was drunk, and so their vision was a little...
Everyone!
Shut up! You're ruining the audio. No one even heard that. I just accidentally knocked my bottle over. It's fine. My baby
and
bottle.
then hit your teacup.
No, it's fine. So everyone there was a little intoxicated, and so to them, my dancing was the best thing they'd seen in their entire goddamn lives. And so this guy came up to me and he complimented me on my dancing, and he said it was impressive. And I immediately thought he was gay, because I'd never had a straight man come up to me and genuinely just compliment me on my dance skills. This was like, oh my God, thank you so much. You're such a sweetheart. I called everyone an angel and a sweetheart all night. And then he offered to buy me a drink, but I obviously did not need one. And so Jillian and Lindy and I went and hung out inside. And then later I was like, okay, I'll take you up on that drink, because I saw a massive fucking cockroach in the bar, and I needed to recover.
Right. And while Lauren was enjoying her time with this mystery man, I was telling random men at the bar that their genitals had been mutilated because they were circumcised.
As usual.
Right.
This time there were no threats of violence that I'm aware of.
That is true. So that's an improvement from last time.
Yeah, so overall it was a good night. The guy... And apparently he was self-aware of this, looked like Huey from The Boys, which was very cute and very charming. And we had a very nice night. And then, maybe kissed a wee bit. And I might have contracted some kind of illness.
Well, that's what happens when you play tonsil hockey.
Oh, fuck off. Am I not allowed to, meet people at bars? That's what you did with Marco.
That is true.
Jill, I think the way you met your husband is immoral and just plain wrong.
And for that, our marriage will be annulled.
Oh, your marriage has already been dissolved. I've spoken with the head of state.
I went ahead and I got that divorce paper signed for you.
They met in a bar and they made out the first time they met.
That is true. And I shouldn't say it. I don't know. He wanted to take me home. And I was like, I'm not a hussy.
And if you go home, just to be clear, you are a fucking whore.
You're a goddamn slut, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
You should be publicly punished. You should be hung.
You should be stoned.
And then quartered. No, lest we forget, I had a run-in with an Irishman on your birthday evening. And
oh my God.
Sometimes you meet people and you have some kind of a magical spark of connection, and it's great. I have not heard from this Huey lookalike since then. So we'll see how that goes, but if anything, it was a fun night, but I've been a little sick this week. It's fine.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
But I do have really good news. There was one silver lining, and it was that,
the queen died.
No, that was last week.
I just want to say it's no coincidence that you visited London and then a short time thereafter, the queen passed away.
Well, yeah, dude, I just told you. My mom and I fucked her to death.
They were doing a weekend at Bernie's situation this whole time, and they were like, we can't keep it up any longer.
Well, can I tell you the truth? So my mom and I were going to town, right? And we did the thing where we swapped places without her knowing. And then the queen thought I was railing her from behind when in fact it was my mother. So I went outside the palace walls, past the window and waved to her from inside.
Mm-hmm.
And mid coitus, she had a massive heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
My mom tried to do CPR on her. It did absolutely nothing but break her rib cage. And then, in an attempt to repair the rib cage, she's wrapping towels and braids made out of corgi fur to righten the rib cage and make it not broken. But alas, it was quite a failure.
Mm-hmm.
And so we did have to do a bit of weekend at Bernieing. We tattooed eyeballs onto her eyelids.
You did what you could.
We
really.
glued them shut. Yeah. And we put a couple birds in her rib cage to give the appearance that she was still breathing.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, I'm really proud of the work we did, and I thought it looked pretty impressive. But apparently they found out, right? Because the inevitable.
Yeah. I mean, the birds started eating their way through her rib cage and chest cavity. So once they exploded out of her chest cavity, it was hard to really keep up the facade at that point because there's only so many explanations for that happening.
Yeah, and then when they start nesting in their eardrums,
right?
It's kind of hard to fake it at that point. Anyway, we'll talk about the queen dying in a second because I know you're eager to talk about that old hag. But the silver lining in my week. Jillian's crying. She's just so upset. Is that I got a new job. Fucking flash you alone in my kitchen. And I'm so excited, guys, because it's been a long time coming, and it was something that I've been trying to make happen for basically this entire year. And I told myself I was going to, and I have on my calendar, my priority for this month was to get a new job, and I made it happen.
Yay!
Thank you. And I'm really relieved because I was literally a couple days ago looking up places on Google Maps to get I was looking up food banks. That is not a joke or a hyperbole or a flex. I know how to Google shit on Google Maps, everybody. No, but I was literally, there were times where I was like asking you for groceries that you weren't going to use. It's fucked up. I'm not going to lie. I was in a fucked up place, but now I'm at a place where they have health insurance and dental and vision and a 401k plan and pay significantly more than I was being paid. So I feel like I can breathe and also occasionally enjoy my life, which is such a relief. And I'm just incredibly happy about it.
We love that for you, Queen.
Thank you. Thank you. Also, just as a comparison of what I was dealing with and what I'm going to be dealing with, I was doing some personal assistant work, and I think this was pretty recent. This was like 2 weeks ago or something. So I would occasionally take my boss's dog to the vet. Ugh. And she is geriatric in the fullest extent of the word. And so I always
Oh my God.
What?
I just thought of a great drag king name. If I ever do drag as like a old man, I'm going to be geriatric. Hey!
Snaps to that. Snaps to that.
Anyway, sorry.
No, I think we should end the podcast there. Like, I don't know what else I'm going to say to outdo that, but fuck me. All right. Well, I'd always ask them to get me a towel to take their dog to the vet because she is a cockapoo and she smells like cock and poo.
Doo-doo.
Right. She smells like a cock's poo, and if like poo got onto a cock.
Right.
They just have a distinct smell. I don't know why. It's not fun. And so I would put a towel down, whatever. And then recently my boss happened to share this information, this tidbit of information before I left, saying that she just has lost control of her asshole recently and has been shitting throughout their house. And I was like,
why don't they fucking put a diaper on her, dude?
that's what I'm saying. So I'm going, okay, cool, not a problem. So I'm driving to the vet. And all of a sudden, I pick up a smell. And I roll the windows down so her hair can get out, right? And I pick up the smell that smells like shit from a dog. And I look over, and lo and behold, there are little round turds rolling around the towel on my seat.
Okay, but at least it wasn't diarrhea, right? Right?
Yeah, you can put an at least on that statement, I guess. But either way, look, I almost prefer it being diarrhea because then it can only spread so far. These little fucking turds were just rolling all over the car, bouncing around. One of them flew into my coffee. I do have a coffee story, but
I'm just thinking of the Always Sunny episode where Frank eats the turd. Oh, it's so
the soup?
gross. Yes,
dude, it looks so real.
It did.
So whatever, I get to the I pull over, I shake the shit out of the car, and then I take her to the vet. I'm waiting outside in the heat, and I'm calling my mom. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. And because I'm also wildly allergic to dogs.
Yeah.
So I also ended up having to take her a second time that week and got hives all over and a horrible rash. So I was at my breaking point. And then while I was waiting, I went to go take a sip of my coffee that I'd brought into my car. That was just in like a glass that I brought from my apartment. And I guess when I shook out the shit, a fiber from the towel flew into my coffee, my now lukewarm coffee that had been sitting in the car. And I sucked it up through my straw and immediately projectile spat it out my window. And then I saw on the pavement below. So I had like a shit towel fiber in my iced coffee and immediately wanted to, drive off into the Pacific because I couldn't live with the sensation, with the memory of that sensation in my mouth. It was viscerally jarring.
That's fucking horrifically disgusting, and I'm so sorry that happened to you.
You look really upset because you're scrolling through Twitter.
It's just like your therapist.
Fuck off. Oh my God. I started doing these therapy sessions just online through video chat, and they're free with Kaiser, which is really nice because of COVID and whatnot. They're not charging for video chats and stuff. And my therapist wears glasses. And so as I was talking, I would notice the reflection of a Facebook wall and scrolling up and down in her glasses while she was quote unquote listening to me. So this bitch is scrolling Facebook, eating snacks while I'm telling her.
Like, sorry, your trauma is just so boring. I've heard this all before.
She's like telling me about it, fucking upper class white girl.
And you're like, and at that point, I realized that I would never be able to romantically connect to anybody. And she's like, yeah, right.
She's like, oh my God, dogs can't reproduce if they have 3 legs.
She's like, oh, the dodo posted a new video.
And I called her out on it at one point because it was so fucking obvious. And I was like, oh, sorry. It's just distracting because I can see the reflection of your computer in your glasses. She's like, oh, sorry. Yeah, a bunch of stuff just appeared on my news feed out of nowhere. I'm like, I can see what you're doing.
That's insane.
And you know what? I'm not paying her, what she'd normally get paid, 200 something fucking dollars. So she has no incentive to give a shit. But I'm like, at 13, I attempted suicide. And she's like, uh-huh.
Have you tried these new Lays?
This primal jerky is actually incredible. Have you tried I'm like, I'm vegan. She's like, right. So they have a gluten-free option.
My God.
Oh my God. Yeah. So,
well,
it's fine because I think a large part of my depression and shit I was going through was because I couldn't afford to eat and, or basic human essentials. So maybe I'll stop going to her. We'll see. Maybe I'll just fill my hole with,
penis?
Penis, clothes, food.
Right.
Like, normal people with disposable income.
Yeah. Well, I want to circle back to the queen thing because my cousin on my dad's side is like
I'm sorry. You're what?
the the son of my dad's brother who just is like related to me in some way.
Oh, sorry. No, you mean your second sibling?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
sorry.
I thought you said cousin, and I was like, but you
No.
don't have any other cousins, Jillian.
Right. No, you're right. Sorry. I always get those two mixed up.
I know you do.
Silly me.
You've done it before, and you know I had to eradicate the ones. That,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No, he's just my second brother.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Thank you for clarifying, because I was gonna have to start prepping.
No, yeah. I don't want you to have to like get all your tools out and everything.
No, I appreciate that.
Anyway, so my second brother is like pretty flamboyant, you know? Like he's one of the homosexuals.
Oh, he's Griffin home. Oh,
Yes.
Griffin whore.
Yes. He got sorted in the
He's in the home of sexuals.
homosexuals. And my mom randomly found him on TikTok and she sent me a TikTok that he made where he's just like dancing in the streets of New York City, like smoking on his vape. And he's like, the queen's not dead. She's right here. And you know what was so devastating about it? Because like, I really like him. He's really like funny and quirky. And like, I followed him, you know, and I knew he would see the notification. He gets like a decent amount of views on his videos.
Fucking dude, if I could like that 1,000 times,
I know.
I would join TikTok just to like that video.
Right? Well, so I followed him and I knew he would see the notification. And I'm like, oh, he's going to see that I have a TikTok as well and follow me back and like how fun. I got a notification that he viewed my profile and then that was it. I got swerved so hard. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I mean, like maybe he doesn't want to see my content and like that's perfectly fine. But I was like,
He's
God,
like, this isn't queen material.
you are not slay queening right now, girl boss.
More like boost the house. Boost the house.
Who's the house?
More like Old Navy flip flop the house down.
Old Navy flip flop the Airbnb down.
Ooh, it would be like, no, Old Navy flip flop the shady 1-bedroom apartment down.
The studio apartment down.
Oh, it's my apartment.
Oh my God, girl. So
Dude, okay, well,
the other
him.
Yeah. So the other thing about the queen that I wanted to talk about was my mom had sent me this article about this African American woman who's, I think like, I don't know, her great grandfather or something was like a slave driver in Africa. And he would like sell fellow Africans to white.
Hold on. Your mom heard about the story about a black woman whose great great grandfather was a slave driver?
Yeah. And
was he black?
Yes, he was black.
Oh, so he was betraying his own people.
Exactly. So the point of the article, and she was trying to push this like deep thing on me where the woman was like, look, I shouldn't be ashamed of my past because like that has nothing to do with me. Just like other people shouldn't be ashamed of their past.
Where this is going with your
mom.
Well,
because she was like, oh, like, I mean, it's irrelevant. Like whatever. My mom was like, we shouldn't be ashamed as white people. I'm like,
we should
I'm
be
not.
proud. She shows you her Confederate flag tattoo.
Yeah, that was the moral of the story. No, but she was telling me how she was learning about.
She's like, I'm like, bitch, it doesn't go both ways.
Yeah, no, you're crossing into dangerous territory.
She was a victim and also related to a perpetrator in the situation.
Right, exactly.
You're solely perpetrators.
So she was telling me how she was learning all this stuff about slavery and how if a slave's master died, they would bury the slaves alive with the master because they wanted the slaves to like help the master into like the next step of life.
Sure they did.
Right.
Wait, your mom is learning this and she told you this?
Yeah. So she told me that. And I was like, yeah, it's kind of like how they're going to bury the queen's corgis alive with her. And she was like, they are not going to do that. I was like, yeah, what do you mean? They're prepping them like right now.
You just hear like, as they're shoveling dirt over their Oh my God. Dude, I hope they fucking, I hope they put her in an Egyptian style tomb. Well, it wouldn't be an Egyptian style tomb. It would be the
They build a massive pyramid
English
for her.
version.
Well,
yeah. No, an inverted pyramid with grates on the top so that they can throw
Right.
raw meat in to feed the dogs.
Right. And honestly, I guess I wouldn't really put it past them since they're really fond of stealing things that aren't theirs anyway.
That's what I'm saying.
That makes sense. That adds up.
They just put a fucking pyramid with like Asian cultural symbols on the outside and also like Indian fucking gods and
stolen jewels.
It's like the palace castle,
right?
The castle that I talked about in Brighton, the cultural appropriation castle.
Mm-hmm. Throwback to episode fucking 37, 38.
So is she getting buried or is she getting cremated? Because
no, they're gonna eat her.
Right.
Because how else would her soul and spirit be like passed on to the next generation?
Well, that's what I was going to ask too, because I feel like when you eat a human, like, we did last weekend, you consume a part of their soul. Mm-hmm. So for me, I would go, well, I guess cremation would release the soul, or if you put her in a box, you shank her in the heart and then the soul comes out that way. Mm-hmm. And then it goes into Trisha Paytas's baby.
Right.
But if you eat her, then your soul goes into the tummy and then you become the queen in a sense,
she gets absorbed into your bloodstream and it gives you the power to rule over Britain.
Mm-hmm. Well, part of the power.
Right.
Depends on how many people are consuming the queen.
Yeah. So Charles had to eat a majority of her. And
I've just from what I've heard from all the tabloids and whatnot, it's a very emotionally draining process and physically because there's not a lot of fiber in human meat. So you spend days on the toilet afterwards, crying and shitting, and often at the same time. Mm-hmm. And just a very difficult process, but sad about those corgis.
Yeah, it's too bad, right? They were pretty cute. Well, I guess they'll,
Not cute enough.
Yeah. Charles hates dogs.
Well, it takes one to know one. Fucking Prince Andrew's a pedophile, so I'm sure.
Yes, he is. And you would get arrested in the UK for shouting that, apparently.
What?
Yeah, did you see that? There was a protester that got arrested. He was like shouting shit at...
Oh, well, protesters get arrested in the US for saying shit all the time.
That's true. Yeah.
Remind me to go fucking scream that next time I'm in London and see what happens.
For real, though. I was thinking about the Queen's helpless corgis, and this is actually sad. Like, I was going to the gym this morning because I actually woke up early enough.
That's pretty sad. Like,
I know. I think the saddest thing is that I'm such a piece of shit that I can't wake up before 10 usually, and I actually woke up at 7 on a fucking Friday. And I was walking to my car, and there was a dead bird in the pool. And I just...
You're going to say a dead dog.
No. It was a dead bird, but
just face down floating around
just a golden retriever.
Pool.
No, I was
bloated
so
corpse.
upset because this isn't the first time that I've like run into a helpless animal at my apartment complex. Like there was a fucking turtle at my apartment the other day, and I saved it for the podcast because I wanted to show you.
What? Was it floating in the pool?
No, it was just like walking around. It was so fucking weird.
Did it have a ninja headband on and was it eating pizza?
No. That was from a few months ago. This was like a different turtle. It was so weird.
Oh, okay.
But I was like, who fucking lets their turtle out?
It was someone's turtle?
Yes.
Just walking around your apartment complex?
Yes. I took a picture of it. Do you want to see?
On purpose? Yeah, I'll look at the picture. Fuck you, bitch. For our audio listeners, which are all, Jillian just showed me a picture of a turtle with a penis head as a head. Which is very disturbing that you saw it just walking around.
I was a little worried, but I'll tell you what, I took it home and I made sure it was taken care of.
Oh, I'm sure he made sure you were taken care of too. You know, it's interesting because you know how crawfish or crabs or whatever in the ocean swap out their shells. A lot of things people, you know, one thing that people don't know about turtles is that they will swap out their heads for new ones. So they'll just go around looking for any head they can find once their old one has started to wither away and just pop it on. And this turtle just happened to be a snapping one, grabbed onto the wrong kind of head, and, you know, there you go. That's science for you. Well, thank you for that nightmarish photo. I'm never going to forget it.
You're so welcome.
I'm sorry you had to witness you said a dead bird was in the pool?
Yeah, that is actually true. I did see a dead bird and I felt bad.
All around me are familiar faces. I just, again, picturing the bird face down floating on the pool.
It was. Its wings were spread out. It was
or
like...
its wrist slit.
Look, man. I think it was going through a tough time, you know?
No, birdie, no.
Yeah.
See, if I was a bird and I was trying to kill myself, the obvious would just be to stop flapping my wings.
Right. I showed it to Yoshi in hopes that she would maybe follow suit.
You come home and she's just trying to drown herself in your sink, your toilet bowl.
Well, because the only thing Yoshi's been doing recently is going, sock?
Fuck off. There's this video Jill showed me a while ago. I think we both discovered it. Yeah. Of this, shut up. It's this gray...
Sock?
Shut up. It's this gray parrot by a window that's just repeating like suck. Like saying suck. Like telling someone to suck and then sucking sounds. And then the third time they say suck, it's like
it pauses.
a question.
It pauses after it does it the
Do
two
it.
times. It's like... It was like
Commit.
sock. Sock?
I feel so sorry for what that parrot has probably witnessed.
I know.
I saw an Onion article today about how it's like couple looks over as Alexa starts moaning along to them having sex. And I immediately thought about Yoshi because that bird's a fucking freak and she joins in.
It's true. If she's not imitating my moaning, she's...
Sucking on your toes.
Right. And simultaneously jerking off.
Oh, jeez. Really?
Sometimes, actually, yeah.
I'm going to kill myself.
I know. It's the worst thing ever. It's
oh, my
like,
God.
Like, also one time, I feel so bad because this is like a violation of my husband's privacy, but like we were doing it and I had my eyes closed and then I opened them and Gizmo was just sitting on the edge of the bed, like staring at us.
And Marco was gone. He was
Marco
waving
was
at you.
waving. No!
Just like nude, waving at you from your balcony window. Jesus Christ.
And then you hear like as he like slaps his penis onto the glass and it slides down.
Okay, please continue.
No, that was pretty much it. My cat was watching us have sex, and that was traumatizing. So we make it a point to shut him away, and we just like cover Yoshi up, you know.
Well, you make your cat and your bird have sex. Well, you don't make them because that's not morally
right. I
fair.
give them the choice, and they choose to do it. So
yeah. PETA, don't listen to this.
Yeah, this is a. Haha, I'm just kidding.
I mean, you can listen. It's obviously a joke.
Yeah, right.
Inbreeding
it's a bit.
It's like so not cool, and we would never do that.
Yeah, I'm definitely not trying to make Gizmo fertilize Yoshi's eggs.
Yeah.
Like, that's fucking weird.
Catbirds would like be such an atrocity, and no one would ever want to buy them.
Yeah,
for $20,000 a pop.
Yeah,
that's fucking crazy.
And I definitely don't have like several buyers from Russia lined up, you know.
Yeah, or China.
Right. It's just a joke.
God. Anyway. Well, I don't have a segue for this, but I did want to bring up that I feel like part of the reason I'm sick is because I've drank more often than I ever have in the past few weekends because we celebrated our first year anniversary and popped champagne.
Mm-hmm.
And then the weekend after that, it was the Goethe family reunion up at my parents' place. And so my dad's entire side of the family came. And they're a bunch of insane German people. And my dad is great. And he set up, stop Chad facing at me.
That's how I listen.
That's assault.
Sorry. I was trying to show you that I'm listening. No, continue.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so my dad set up this beer pong competition for the entire family. And he did it in a way where he put the cups in a diamond, and the center cup is 5 points. All the other cups are 2 points. And so everyone in the family went for the first round. Whoever got the highest, 3 people got the highest points. They face off in a second round, and the winner gets like $30 movie tickets. The second place gets just a bag of Ghirardelli chocolate from Costco. So we all took turns. Some people got 5, some people got like 4, whatever. And then my dad's mom went, and she farted.
I think the mic picked that up.
She farted all over the table, and
Well, she stuck the ping pong ball in her asshole, and then she farted it out.
she projectile diarrheaed it across the ping pong table.
That's the German surprise.
We'd had some bratwurst and gotten a little crazy.
Jesus Christ, I'm gonna throw up.
You fucking started it, bitch. And she got the fucking high score. She landed the fucking ping pong in the middle cup, just sunk it, and the entire room exploded in cheers.
No, the entire room exploded. Everybody spontaneously was like,
And I have it on video, and I need to share it because it's fucking incredible. It's like she just won the Super Bowl or some shit.
oh my God, way to go, Oma.
Yeah, so props to her. She's like this tiny little German woman.
How
And
old is she?
she's probably like in her 80s. I mean, she's definitely like 86 or something.
Okay.
She's up, yeah. But it was a great time. My uncle did a beer tasting with some beers he made himself, which was really fun.
Oh my God.
And then on the way back, when I was grocery shopping, I met Will Sasso at Whole Foods. So shout out to Will Sasso. If you don't know who Will Sasso is, he's fucking amazing. He was on Mad TV back in the day and has a podcast called Dudesy that's like run by AI. Like the AI tells them what to do on each episode.
That's amazing.
It's fucking incredible. And he was a sweetheart. And I just told him I loved his work and that his comedy. And he did like the little prayer hands bow thing. He was like, "Oh, cheers," because he's Canadian, of course. But
fucking Canadian.
it was a nice little end to a wild weekend. And
Oh.
I still haven't recovered. I think I just need a week of being unconscious and being like IV dripped fluids.
Yeah.
But take care of your health out there. Don't go crazy. Don't be stupid.
Drink some water, some tea for the queen.
Just there's illnesses out there and shit. There's fucking poxes. There's monkeys. There's monkeys with poxes.
Mm-hmm.
There's monkeys in boxes.
That's the worst of them all.
Monkeys in boxes with poxes? Fucking forget about it.
Sucking on some coxes.
All right, well, this has been Relatable episode 41, and we hope you guys have a lovely week and stay safe and healthy, and we will see y'all in a bit.
We love you. Bye. Sock?